Bitcoin was created as perfect money and always will be. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis as Bitcoin holds on strong to $30,500. And quoting Max Kaiser, there's only one country that passed laws stating only Bitcoin is money and everything else is an illegal, unregistered ishcoin. If you live in a country other than El Salvador, you'll never know what it's like living in a free, prosperous, secure Bitcoin country. Don't die a fiat money martyr in some USD dump. Also in today's show, Vitalik Buterin declares he is not staking all of his ETH, but merely a small portion. We'll also be discussing trillions of dollars could flow into the altcoin markets as crypto flashes a gorgeous chart, according to macro guru Raoul. Also, massive rumors circulating on crypto Twitter right now that the SEC chairman Gary Gensler resigns amidst the ongoing scandal. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing analysts who called May 2021 collapse predicts a Litecoin rally and says Bitcoin is on track to surge to $150,000. I'll be breaking this down for you, as well as Bitcoin price prediction from Fundstrat's Tom Lee. In a recent interview, he says that $200,000 per Bitcoin is possible after SEC crackdown on exchanges. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. And today's episode is brought to you by the Crypto Code. If you're looking to learn effective cryptocurrency trading, look no further, as you can earn up to $800 per day in totally automated crypto profits with a secret strategy that works fast and profits consistently, whether the market is up or down. If you're interested, click the link in the description right down below and watch this free presentation, and let's get this crypto, shall we? And if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on daily Bitcoin and crypto notifications as I go live each and every day. And with that being shared, fam, welcome to everyone just tuning in. This is pod episode number 1330. I'm your host, JV, and today is July 2nd, 2023. What's good? Make sure to say hello in the live chat. Now let's dive into today's market watch. We got Bitcoin just starting to correct right now, down 0.25%, trading at roughly 30,500. We also have Ether down 0.5%, trading just above 1,900, with Litecoin leading the pack. Keeping in mind the Litecoin halving estimated date is roughly 30 days away, and it will probably continue to surge. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sitting above $1.2 trillion with 26 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. So volume is down roughly 25%, with the Bitcoin dominance back on the climb at 49.6%, with the Ether dominance at 19.2%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, Compound leading the pack up almost 20%, trading at 62 bucks even, followed by the Graph up 12%, trading just under 12 cents, followed by Flow up almost 12%, trading just above 70 cents. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past week, Comp also leading this up 20%, GRT up 12.5%, and Flow up 10.7%, with the biggest loser being Scamcoin, FTT. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated as 63 greed, yesterday a 59, last week a 64, and last month a 50, which is neutral. So there you have it. Welcome to y'all just tuning in to today's live stream. I appreciate the support each and every day. Now let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis and check out what's happening. Bitcoin has calmed after the Friday roller coaster that drove it up and down by over $1,000 and remains relatively still at $30,500. Meanwhile, the alts are also less volatile today, as it typically happens during the weekends, as today is Sunday, right? With Solana emerging as the most substantial gainer for the larger caps. Bitcoin went on a tear last week when it jumped from 26.5 to over 31,000, hitting a new yearly high. The bears tried to intervene, but only managed to halt Bitcoin's price surge, and the asset remains stuck in a range between 30,000 and 31,000 for the past week or so. That all changed on Friday following reports that the SEC could reject the most recent Bitcoin spot ETF app, followed by the likes of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world that control roughly 10 to 20 trillion in assets under management, as well as asset management giant Fidelity, which controls roughly $5 trillion in assets under management, as well as others, as they supposedly lacked critical information. As the crackdown on crypto continues, Bitcoin reacted with an immediate nosedive that took it from over 31,000 to a 10-day low of roughly 29.5 on Bitstamp. However, the bull stepped up and pushed the crypto north shortly after, resulting in a recovery to where we're currently at, roughly at 30,500. And the past 24 hours have been quite calm in crypto, with the asset remaining at around that time. As such, its market cap is just under $600 billion, and its dominance over the alts is just shy of 50%. So there you have it. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, there is only one country that has passed laws stating that only Bitcoin is money, and everything else is an illegal, unregistered Ishcoin. If you live in a country other than El Salvador, you'll never know what it's like living in a free, prosperous, secure Bitcoin country. Don't die a fiat money martyr in some USD dump. Very bold words coming from Max. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. And now, let's break down our next breaking story of the day. How many of you are bullish on Ethereum? Well, guess what? The co-founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, is not staking the majority of his ETH. In fact, a very small portion. So red alert. Let's break this baby down, shall we? Here we go. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik stated that he does not stake all of his Ether due to the multi-signature wallets being complicated in a bunch of ways. Here's what he goes on to say in the recent episode of the podcast, Bankless Pod. Because if you stake your ETH, the keys that access it have to be public on a subsystem that is online. So for safety, it has to be a multi-sig. Multi-sig for staking is still fairly difficult to set up. It gets complicated in a bunch of ways. So he's ultimately saying he does not trust the staking protocol because it's not secure. Very interesting, right? Now, Charles Hoskinson, co-founder of Ethereum and founder of Cardano, took to Twitter on June 30th, stating he is at a loss for words after hearing Buterin only stakes a small portion of his Ethereum. Hoskinson added that all of his Cardano is staked. Quoting Charles Hoskinson here, I had to listen to this a few times. I am just at a loss for words. All of our Cardano is staked. Guess what? That's how it's supposed to be for a properly designed proof of stake protocol. So what are your thoughts surrounding this? Do you trust staking Ethereum? Anyone here? And is anyone currently staking it? Let me know. Buterin also discussed the IGN layer protocol, which allows Ethereum validators and stakers to restake their assets onto other emergent networks. While it is only in the testnet phase and not expected to launch until the third quarter of this year, Vitalik said the main challenge is that it creates centralization risks, stating the following: trustworthy stakers would be valued more by the system than untrustworthy stakers. Trustworthy stakers are much less likely to actually get slashed. Now, Shahram Khanna, the founder of IGN Layer, explained that there are complex risks with restaking, and it's important to take a constrained approach in building restaking, quoting him here, constraints being what is really good for the ecosystem, and having constraints on building what new innovation can be unleashed based upon this concept. This comes after Vitalik stated in a June 9th blog that the Ethereum blockchain outright fails without sufficient scaling infrastructure to make transactions cheap. True. He also noted another point of failure related to smart contract wallets. At least he's being honest. He explained that a move to smart contract wallets have resulted in certain challenges arising due to the complexities associated with user experience when users take control of multiple addresses at once. So there you have it. How many of you, after reading this, is a little bit more skeptical about Ethereum? Let me know in the comments below. And now for the latest outlook from macro guru Raoul discussing trillions flowing into the altcoin markets. Then we'll be breaking down rumors circulating on Twitter right now that Gary Gensler is resigning and being investigated. Then we'll be breaking down $150,000 Bitcoin price target, followed by the latest prediction by Fundstrat's Tom Lee, who predicts Bitcoin above $200,000 after the SEC crackdown, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. And actually, yeah, let's do that right now. Shout out to the macro guru. The former Goldman Sachs executive believes that a deluge of capital will likely flow into crypto as the altcoin markets gear up for a potential breakout. The macro guru tells his million Twitter followers he's keeping a close watch on Total 3, a chart that tracks the total market cap of crypto assets, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's right. According to Powell, Total 3 looks bullish as it trades close to the apex of a falling wedge structure, and a breakout could send the total market cap of altcoins to above $4 trillion. If that was to happen, where do you think that would likely send Bitcoin is the million-dollar question. Quoting him here, gorgeous chart alert. I keep staring at this chart. It is one of the most bullish and perfect charts I have ever seen. And the measured objective is well over $4 trillion. Total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's go. And at this time, Total 3 is trading at around 332 billion. So a move to 4 trillion suggests an upside potential of more than 1100x for the altcoin market, which is virtually what? 11x. As for the market cap of crypto assets, 1100%, meaning 11x, FYI. Paul thinks that it can surge to $10 trillion. Late last month, Powell said that he expects crypto to be one of the fastest horses that will likely outperform all the other asset classes as global liquidity continues to rise. He also said that BlackRock's filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF could attract fresh capital into the nascent space. I mean, that, my friend, is a given, as there's currently trillions upon trillions sitting on the sidelines awaiting for a spot Bitcoin ETF to finally be approved in the United States. But unfortunately, there's a crypto crackdown by the SEC and their chairman, Gary Gensler. So let's break down the latest rumors and just let me know in the live chat or in the comments below, how many of you hope and pray that the rumors are true that Gary Gensler resigned and is currently being investigated for insider trading? Put a 1 in the live chat or in the main chat right down below this video if you would like that to happen. And with that being shared, let's break down this rumor circulating on crypto Twitter. Shocking, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler resigns amidst scandal. What's the real story behind this move? Well, here's a thread. Let's break this down. We'll start right here. Breaking news, chairman's resignation sends shockwaves throughout the crypto industry. An internal investigation reveals alleged misconduct. But what really happened? Well, let's break it down. Sources claim the undisclosed internal investigation exposes serious concerns about Gensler's leadership. But what exactly are the allegations? Well, we're digging deeper to uncover the truth behind the SEC chairman's sudden exit. And it continues. The SEC, responsible for market oversight and investor protection, is now shrouded in doubt. How many of you feel like the SEC has been doing their job and protecting crypto investors? I think not. Here we go. The fallout from Gensler's resignation could have far-reaching consequences. The anonymous industry insider shares their thoughts. The resignation of Gary Gensler raises concerns about the integrity of the SEC. The regulatory body must act swiftly and transparent to address these serious allegations. Investors' trust is at stake. As we await official statements from the SEC or Gary Gensler himself, speculation continues to run rampant. The departure of Gary Gensler leaves the SEC facing a monumental challenge. The next chairman must strike a delicate balance between regulation, investor protection, and innovation. 100%. Where were we at here? Let's remember these reports are still unconfirmed, so until we have concrete evidence, skepticism is warranted, so please do keep that in mind. Stay tuned for the official announcement from the SEC or Gary Gensler. The truth will be revealed, and we're here to dissect every detail. And finally, let's remember that accountability and transparency are vital in regulatory agencies. The SEC's actions following this scandal will shape the future of financial regulation. So there you have it. And also, Cameron Winklevoss put out a very awesome tweet just yesterday, which I retweeted. I want to read it to you because it's regarding the SEC. Today marks 10 years since Tyler and I, the Winklevoss twins, filed for the first spot Bitcoin ETF. That's a decade ago, folks. The SEC's refusal to approve these products for a decade has been a complete and utter disaster for U.S. investors and demonstrates how the SEC is a failed regulator. Here's why. Protected investors from the best performing asset of the last decade, pushed investors into toxic products like the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, which trades at a massive discount and charges astronomical fees, pushed spot Bitcoin activity offshore to unlicensed and unregulated venues, and pushed investors into the arms of FTX, subjecting them to one of the largest financial frauds in modern history. Facts. And he continues, maybe the SEC will reflect on its dismal record, and instead of overstepping its statutory power and trying to act like a gatekeeper of economic life, it'll focus on fulfilling its mandate of investor protection, fostering fair and orderly markets, and facilitating capital formation. This would have led to much better outcomes for U.S. investors. Preach. In the meantime, best of luck to all those fighting the good fight to bring U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs to life onwards. So there you have it, coming directly from the Winklevoss twins. I agree 100%. I feel that the SEC has been nothing but damaging the crypto industry, and a great example of that was last year with the debacle of one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX. Gensler was meeting with him behind closed doors, and there was no protection whatsoever. It's sad, but it's true. And with that being shared, fam, now let's break down this astronomical $150,000 Bitcoin price target, followed by the latest prediction by Fundstrat Global's Tom Lee, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. So here we go. Now check this out. Widely followed crypto analyst Dave the Wave, known for numerous epic calls over the last several years, is currently bullish on Litecoin and Bitcoin. This anonymous trader tells his 140,000 Twitter followers Litecoin may be gearing up for a breakout from a triangle pattern, while simultaneously Bitcoin becomes off the key support level, quoting him here, Litecoin threatening to go on a runner. As they say, don't marry a coin. This allows you to diversify a bit, hedge your bets, take some profits on volatility, while also staying long on your main Bitcoin investment. He also shares this chart, which you can see in your screen. Now zeroing in onto Bitcoin, Dave the Wave says Bitcoin is still on track for a scenario he called for the back in February of this year. The potential scenario suggests Bitcoin going on a 5-wave impulse, Elliott wave theory, to the upside, completing in late 2024 or early 2025 at around the $150,000 level. I also got to state, as I shared in great detail yesterday's episode, billionaire venture capitalist Tim Draper just revised his timeline for a $250,000 Bitcoin prediction, and he's ultimately saying within the next 2 years, which means by the year 2025, right in alignment with Dave the Wave. And Dave the Wave shares here, Bitcoin impulse wave scenario is still on track. 4 months later, let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. And earlier in the month, Dave the Wave said that massive gains were now on the table for the King crypto based on a combo of his logarithmic growth curve model as well as the Fibonacci levels, quoting him here, with a consensus building that the Bitcoin bottom is in. The question increasingly raised is what could the next top be? A proportionate response with the parameters of the LGC, which stands for the logarithmic growth curve, performing since 2018. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Dave the Wave. And now for the latest from Thomas Lee, who was recently interviewed on TV, doubling down on his multiple 6-figure price prediction. And then we're going to be diving into our live Q&A. So here we go. The price of Bitcoin, the world's biggest crypto token, can climb to $200,000 after the U.S. SEC crackdown on cryptocurrency exchanges, according to Tom Lee. Now, Cathie Wood, the CEO of investment management firm Ark Invest, earlier this month said she holds $1 million target for the King crypto after the SEC crackdown on crypto exchanges. And in response, Fundstrat head of research Tom Lee made a similar assessment while speaking on CNBC earlier this week, adding that Bitcoin is battle-tested. I repeat, Bitcoin is battle-tested. Love that. Quoting him here, I think her idea, referring to Cathie Wood, of network value for Bitcoin and scarcity still argues that if it isn't an upcycle, her numbers are correct. You know, something in the $200,000 plus range. And if you want to watch a clip from this interview of him on TV talking about it, check the show notes below the video in the description, as I also always include these resources in the show notes for you to reference and check out on your own. Anyways, their assessment comes after the SEC this month sued Coinbase for allegedly ignoring requirements to register with the agency. The SEC also claimed Coinbase offered and sold securities without registering its offers and sales. And in addition to Coinbase, the SEC also accused Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, of violating security laws, mishandling customer funds, and lying to the American regulators and investors about its operation. The financial regulator also claimed that Binance mixed billions of dollars in customer funds and secretly sent them to Merit Peak Limited, which is a company controlled by the Binance CEO, CZ, who is the richest person currently in crypto, just FYI. The SEC alleged that Binance earned $11.6 billion in revenue from transaction fees between June 2018 and July of 2021. The defendants have enriched themselves by billions of US dollars while placing investors' assets at significant risk, the agency claimed. I think the agency is putting investors at extreme risk if you're to ask me. Now, both Binance and Coinbase denied the SEC's allegations and said they would fight back vigorously in court. That's what's up. Quoting them here, "We are disappointed that the U.S. SEC Commission chose to file a complaint today against Binance seeking, amongst other remedies, purported emergency relief," Binance wrote in their blog post. "But despite our efforts with its complaint today, the SEC abandoned that process and instead chose to act unilaterally and litigate. We are disheartened by their choice." So there you frickin' have it. What are your thoughts surrounding the SEC continuing their crypto crackdown? And as I mentioned earlier, if you're hoping and praying that the rumors circulating right now are true, that Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, has officially resigned and being investigated, put a big fat 1 in the chat right down below. With that being shared, fam, now let's dive into today's live Q&A. Massive shout out to each and every one of you today in the live chat. What's good? YBX, Ellie, J-Dub, the Laker, 21 mil, Lazarus Hand, Michael Volkman. Good to see the fam. Sailing with Twins. What's good? Andy, Daily Commitment. We got Bruce House. We have Digital Dankness, always a pleasure. Coin Father, glad to hear you're feeling better and that the prayers from the community are working. That's what's up. Him was good. Tony was popping. Random person. What a username. Was good. Megadon in the building. Steve Kingston, Paul P. And we got people here from all over the world. Mike M. Welcome. Good to see you, fam. I appreciate the super chat contributions coming in as always. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you today. Good to see you. Volkman says, "I just got home from church. Glad I did not miss the info about Gary Gensler." You are very welcome, fam. And I appreciate Mikey likes it with the super chat contribution. Much love and much respect. Yeah, I mean, a lot of ones in the chat. So it looks like it's unanimous. Everyone wants to see Gary Gensler be fired. Or at least resign, as the rumor is circulating. Lazarus put a 1, Mike put a 1. Gensler is on his well-deserved way out. Word up says 1. Volkman says 1. Selling with Twins put about 50 ones in there. What's good? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Volatility is back. We going to rip, says Selling with Twins. I hope you're right. I would love to see us get above this $31,000 hurdle so we can go onwards and upwards to the next major resistance at $40,000, setting a new yearly high for this year, leading into the halving, which is roughly only 9 or 10 months away. How many of you are pretty ecstatic for the 2024 Bitcoin halving? Let me know in the comments below. It's a worldwide wish come true. No more GG. I couldn't agree with you more. Gensler is on his way out. 102 degrees Fahrenheit projected for today. Good Lord, Volkman. Stay cool out there, man. Stay indoors if you have to. Savvy Bitcoiner was popping. I hear that Gary is going to resign. That's the rumors currently circulating right now. And yes, this is pod episode number 1330. I greatly appreciate all the support. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications so you get notified each and every day when we go live. Massive shout out to Max Kaiser. I appreciate you retweeting today's live show and naturally supporting the channel on a daily basis. Much love and much respect to the high priest of Bitcoin. Coin Father says, yes, feeling better each day. Thank you all. That is music to my ears. Super happy to hear that. According to Twitter and Google, Gary Gensler is resigning, says Savvy Bitcoiner. That's what's up. That is the word on the street right now. Hopefully it gets confirmed. We shall soon see. TJ Mooney says, what's good from North Cal 707 in the building. If you're not a Bitcoin maxi, you're still an amateur, says TJ. Roger that, says Savvy. Bitcoin to 30,700 by the end of the show. Hey, let's go past that. Let's hit 31,000. I'll keep this live Q&A going. You know what I mean? If you guys continue to be active and ask a lot of questions, we'll keep it moving. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's wild. It is what it is. Hello, everybody. Have a marvelous Sunday. Appreciate you tuning in. Fernando P. Much love and much respect. Women Who Runs with the Wolves. Oh, great book, by the way. Do you believe Gary is really resigning? I hope it's true, but who knows? Someone could have created the rumor. There is no clarification yet by the SEC. So until the SEC makes a tweet saying Gary Gensler has resigned and is being investigated, until then, it remains a rumor. So we shall see. I'm sure we'll get some clarity from No Claire Gare here soon, hopefully. Ronald was popping. Haven't heard much from Kusama lately. What's Kusama? I'm not familiar with it. Is it a crypto project or is it an individual? Please do enlighten me. Megadon says, afternoon peeps. Was good, Megadon? Appreciate you tuning in. Evening fam from Paul. Appreciate you tuning in from the UK. My kid showed up. We'll be more or less AWOL here in spirit. All good. As they say, family should always come first. Appreciate you tuning in here in the background. Sophisticated Dirt Fly Fishing says, yo, what's good, fam? ETH is a joke. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? So if Vitalik has no faith in the protocol to stake his own Ethereum as the co-founder of the project, how does that make you feel? I know personally I would not be staking any ETH right now. I think Hoskinson made a great point. If you believe in it, you'd be staking everything you have, right, to acquire more, as Hoskinson claims to be staking all of his ADA, which is Cardano. All I know is this: the only cryptocurrency I truly trust at the end of the day is the one and only decentralized crypto, which we all know as the king. And Bitcoin controls the chessboard, including Mr. Gary Gensler. It's Bitcoin in charge, not the SEC. Note that, because they can't do anything to stop it. And trust me, if they had the power to do so, they would have done so a very long time ago. Bitcoin is a central bank killer, and regulators are designed to try to protect the US dollar and the central banking system. But guess what? They can't stop it. And you got to respect the pump at the end of the day, as Bitcoin has number go up technology, and there is a finite limited supply, as we discussed, so they can never print more of it. It's unconfiscatable, it's incorruptible, and that's what makes it perfect money. Let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments. Tony, let's go. Yeah, let's get it. Him says, bro, yo, titles gonna be correct for years. I get ClickBank, but yours make me not want to click. Well, you're here, him. It is what it is. I like to lead with a bullish prediction, just keeping it real. Most people will click on it. Maybe it offends some people that I'm so bullish on the predictions, but guess what? They're not mine. They're from financial experts like Tom Lee of Fundstrat, and people respect them. And because of that, people click on it and watch it. So it got you here today, so I respect that. Appreciate it. Appreciate your feedback nonetheless. I need more clicks. Get me more clicks. Ellie, what's up, fam? That's why it's a prediction, bro. Exactly. Predictions just make it exciting. It's enticing, and you are correct. One day, Bitcoin will hit every target I've ever covered here in the show. It's just a matter of time. So everyone will eventually be correct, because Bitcoin will continue to go up in value as there is a finite limited supply, and as the demand supply shock, goes into full effect, and as well as the game theory around the world, as more nation states adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, and more corporations put Bitcoin on its balance sheet, just like MicroStrategy was the first publicly traded company to do so. Now they control over 150,000 BTC. So massive shout out to Michael Saylor. What's poppin', little trappy? Appreciate you tuning in, fam. Really hope Gary goes. I think we can all agree on that one. Not holding my breath, but man, I hope he does. But something just keeping it real. If Gary does resign, which is obviously a good probability, they're just going to replace him with another suit, unfortunately. And he could be just as corrupt as Gary, because guess what? Gary doesn't call the shots. It's his bosses, that put him in position. It was destined to be all by design. This is nothing to do with coincidence, So we'll see. But let me know your thoughts. Let's get it. Good riddance to no clarity, Gary. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split ya on the way out. Word up. Lazarus says, gotta go, Gary Gensler. Yeah, YBX put a 1 in the chat, so you agree, Gary's gotta go. Dennis put a 1, hello. Paul Ping FX put a 1. William Lamb put a 1. Gotta go. Yeah, we're just talking about this. That's what's up. Bruce House question. If we didn't have useless inflationary fiat, and how would we buy Bitcoin? We have to have it to keep value of Bitcoin. What am I missing? No, we don't really need the dollar to keep the value of Bitcoin. It's just the most commonly used fiat currency in the world, hence why it's always compared to the dollar. But I think in the future, it'll be compared to something more stable, such as gold. And you can just compare Bitcoin to maybe an ounce of gold versus having to compare it to fiat crap, especially with hyperinflation, especially if there was the death of the dollar, which Max and many financial experts have been predicting, such as Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, etc. So no, we don't need the dollar to keep track of the price of Bitcoin. In fact, I think it should start being compared to gold now, and we should move away from comparing it to the dollar. But right now, everyone uses the dollar as is the world reserve currency, so it is what it is. That's my 2 Satoshis. Let me know what y'all think. Daily Commitment put a 1 in the live chat. Andy put a 1 in the live chat. Not with Gary in charge. They haven't been keeping us safe. They let FTX steal people's money precisely and gamble with it. That is a clear violation, 100%. They stole roughly $10 billion dollars from investors like you and I. And now they say they just recovered 7 or 8 billion miraculously. It's like a joke at the end of the day. You know what I mean? J-Dub, you would have to mine or earn Bitcoin or trades or seashells, tobacco, glass beads, whatever you use as money for Bitcoin. That's what's up. Ellie says, I am I'm not even an American yet because of the SEC. Lost 150,000 USD BC. Good Lord. Where are you from, Ellie? Do let us know. Crypto Elf, what's up? Appreciate you tuning in regardless. Ellie says, but they want Wall Street to keep shorting crypto and Bitcoin to line their pockets with Bitcoin future ETFs. Well, there's also a rumor of insider trading with Gensler saying he just recently shorted Bitcoin for like roughly $2.5 million. If that is true, he's in serious trouble. That's called market manipulation. He knows he's crashing the market. So if he's financially benefiting from that, then he is caught red-handed and he can go to jail. You know what I mean? So we'll see if that is true. I just finished Economics 120 Monetary History on Saylor Academy. That's what's up. Highly recommend for all great stuff. So how do you access Saylor Academy? I'm taking that to Michael Saylor Academy. Is that a paid membership he has? Is that just something free anyone could access? Is there a website? Please do enlighten us. Appreciate it. Rocket says, send it to the moon. Let's freaking go. Lazarus says, with Gary Gensler out of the way, would that finally lead to a spot Bitcoin ETF? Probably. Did BlackRock know about a possible resignation? Probably. I think BlackRock knows everything. They're the largest asset manager in the world. They control a lot of the world. They own the largest corporations in the world. They'll own a little bit of a piece of like everything from Pfizer to Facebook, you name it. It is what it is. All since future ETFs, Bitcoin price has been suppressed 100%. That's why there's a futures ETF, but there is no spot Bitcoin ETF, so they can continue their price manipulation. It's called unethical regulation, if you're to ask me. Good Independence Day rumors, says Jake Ginger. Word up. And that's right. Independence Day 2 days out. So happy 4th of July for y'all. Volkman, agree 100%. My vote will strongly be influenced by financial freedom. I think that the heat on the president and Senate needs to heat up so that they force the SEC to protect the populace. I hope so as well. Oakley put 111. That's what's up. Tony Jeffries in the building. LFC Liverpool. Welcome, fam. Gensler sacked. Wow, it must have been all of our ones. Yeah, we've been talking about it all week, so that's what's up. Got to play a legalization fest in the Maryland mountains with my old brand yesterday. Was listening to JV while driving through those wild ass mountains, says Alan Haley. Word up. Appreciate the support, fam. Do what you got to do at the end of the day. And again, Mikey likes it. I appreciate the super chat contribution. I appreciate all the interaction. Leverage 100x and protect investors. Yeah, exactly. You made a great point. They love us investing with leverage so we get wiped out. It's almost as if the SEC and regulators want to see all investors get wrecked permanently. If I was to guess, I'd say that's their true intention based upon their actions. You feel me? Let me know. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Bitcoin training, appreciate you tuning in. Breton maybe says Litecoin is the only altcoin that matters, and it does tend to spark the halving for 2024. Litecoin goes on a parabolic rally leading up to the Litecoin halving, which is roughly 30 days out. So it'll more than likely, the estimated date is July 30th. When I looked it up yesterday, obviously that can play out a day later, a day earlier, but that's the estimated projection. And then of course the Bitcoin halving is going to be sometime around April of 2024, and that kicks off the 4-year cycle to new parabolic highs. I cannot wait here personally. Litecoin is essentially Bitcoin 2.0, says Breton. Tim's Crypto put a 1. Chester Gregory put a 1. I came in late, but it is all good. All good. Appreciate you tuning in regardless. Better late than never, right? And of course, you can always watch the replay at any time at your own convenience. Volkman says JV is the reason for continuing to stack sats. Music to my ears, fam. Means the world to me. Greatly appreciate that. Volkman, keep stacking them stats. Andy, I remember 2017 when I would tell people 50,000 was my target. That is what's up. 50,000 we have already smashed, which is a beautiful thing. November of 2021, we hit the current all-time high, which is roughly 69,000. And realistically, even if we only 2x from the previous all-time high of 2021 and 2025, guess what? That's still $138,000 Bitcoin price. Not too shabby. And that's extremely conservative, if you're to ask me. Savvy Bitcoiner put a 1. Jim Wood put a 1. Tam Jid 1 put a 1. Bitcoin Trini says 1 Bitcoin equals 1 one Bitcoin 100%, and one Bitcoin will always be equivalent to one Bitcoin. That's kind of the bigger picture. We don't need USD. Let the mofo burn. Yeah, understand? Inspector 8 fam, what's up? Says, I'm still buying. Well, take advantage of these dips while you still can. Still considering Bitcoin is at a massive discount at 30,000, considering it was 169,000. What is that? A 60% discount off the all-time high? Keep stacking them stats while you still can. They want to keep the poor poor, to keep us as slaves 100%. Hence why they want leverage trades that can wipe us out 100%. Comment of the day coming from Dankness. Much love. Tony says, one, word up. UFO Nut, welcome. Yep, Sailor Academy is free. You gotta love that. So I guess we can just Google Sailor Academy and access all of his education. You gotta respect Michael Saylor at the end of the day. And with that being shared, fam, now for a recap of what I cover with you here in today's show. I broke down the latest technical analysis as Bitcoin holds strong at around $30,500. We also discussed breaking news of Vitalik Buterin admitting and declaring he is not staking all of his ETH. In fact, just merely a small portion, as he don't trust it. He feels it's not secure. So why should we believe it's secure? You know what I mean? We also discussed that trillions of dollars can flow into the altcoin market as crypto flashes the most gorgeous chart, according to macro guru Raoul. Also shared the latest rumors circulating on crypto Twitter that the SEC chairman Gary Gensler resigns amidst the ongoing scandal and is currently being investigated. Also shared the Winklevoss twins' response to what's happening with overreaching of the crypto crackdown by the SEC. And we also discussed Dave the Wave's price prediction that Litecoin is going to lead this rally as Bitcoin is on track to surge to $150,000. Also broke down Bitcoin price prediction from Tom Lee saying that 200,000 is possible after the SEC crackdown on the exchanges. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments.